Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to kind of try to bring you through, me, oh, sorry. Just wanted to try to bring you guys through, putting, me pulling the tomato seeds from the little container here and putting them into rockwool cubes. I did these two already. My plan was only to do 4, but I thought I would take you guys along for the trip. Those are the rockwool ones, and over here I've prepared to have to plant 2 seedlings in here. And move. Actually, no, I'll do the. Yeah, let me do the 2 soil first, and then we'll go back and do the rockwool. Just wanted to kind of show you guys what I did. These are just simple 3-inch little biodegradable cups here. I really don't have a brand. I just grab what is available at the big box stores when I grab them. I usually cut either water jug, milk jug, orange juice jug, whatever, in half to attempt to recover any of the overwatering, because these drain quite well. You can see when you're watering, the water comes out. I like to try to recapture. This happened to be a distilled water container that I happen to get. But like I said, I use milk jugs, water jugs, and pretty basically any kind of a container that I like to fit 2. I like to try to get 2 plants. That way I kind of have a comparison, that sort of thing. This is just some big box. Well, it's not big box brand, but I got it from a big box store. The soil. And it's just a major brand. I haven't gone over what I use yet. It's nothing proprietary, nothing. I don't want to catch the flack from what I'm using, so I'm just gonna say that it's just a soil mix. It's an all-purpose. I don't use the potting soil. I end up using the was it the yard build? The one that you're supposed to put in your grow beds outside to enrich the soil. I use it because it's cheaper. Be perfectly honest. Now, I filled these. I kind of pushed them down just slightly. I do that because when I water them, if I don't push them down, they tend to just get compressed. Anyways, then I have to go back and refill, which is probably the better idea than but I don't compress very hard. I just barely tap. I then make a hole. I happen to be using tweezers. I'm sure there's something wrong with that as well, but that's what I'm using. So it's what I had. It's what I'm using. So I'm just gonna poke 2 little holes here, poking them fairly decently down. Just trying to kind of aerate the soil just a little bit. Just trying to keep things the best I can. Let me slide this out of the way. Now, I had a previous video about my little seedlings here. They look like they did a lot better than I was expecting. I had lost track of them, didn't do anything with them for a couple days, and I came back and they had grown to the lid and should have grown past the lid. So this is a huge mistake on my part. So they're huge, they're leggy. At least they're tomatoes. Hopefully I can get a bit of a recovery on them. Just trying to figure out which ones are the best ones to use. This one I don't think is going to be that great, since I was pulling him off of that one, and he ended up just kind of flopping in half there. Some of the other ones I probably won't end up using are these here. I think this one got tangled on that one. So the one underneath should probably be pretty good and strong. The only problem is he's a little deformed. So I'm just going to try to pick. I think I'll get this one here. He's got some brown spots on his leaves. But like I said, I don't feel and think that I'm going to get a perfect specimen from this particular batch here. Now you gotta be super duper careful when trying to pull these up off the paper towel. What I've done is I poked a hole in the paper towel. It worked out well that way. I didn't do it intentionally. I thought I could just get the root off, but I ended up poking through the paper towel, which is actually the my preferred method of trying to get seedlings out. These two are entangled though, so I don't know what's gonna happen, if I'm gonna be able to untangle them or if they are going to not, or if I'll just have to get a different specimen. But I gotta be extremely careful to not, I gotta be really careful not to destroy the roots. I did that on one of the other ones. Oh, there we go. It worked out quite well. They're separated for the most part. I know there we go. I was gonna say, I know the tops were separated. So there you have it. This one came off with the paper towel. I generally won't try to pull the paper towel off. I'll usually just leave it. You can see this one, its roots intact still, so we're good to go. This was the one I was originally after. It had some dark spots on the leaves and stuff. I don't know how much of that's seed or debris, or dirt, but so we'll go ahead and snag this one and plant it. This one had the paper towel on it. I normally wouldn't do anything to that. I would normally just plant it as is. He has a kind of a crick in his neck. This one's much higher, so I'm hoping that it can recover. I don't think I have any specimens in here that aren't going to be that way. Like this one may be the only one that didn't, one of the ones that didn't grow into the lid, but as you can see, it's still got a kind of a kink in its neck. So I'm gonna put this little fella back in for now. I don't know where to put him, but I'll just drop him off there. Let me zoom out here and we'll take a look at the getting the little guy in my hand. We'll see about getting him planted in the soil here. Let's see here. Alright, so like I said, I just poked a hole here. I filled it up with the dirt, pushed down a little bit, poked the hole there. Now I'm going to try to get this root as far into the container as I possibly can without damaging the plant. Ha ha ha. Maybe this will be a short video on how not to handle your seedlings, right? Is this a seedling or is this a sproutling? Does anybody have an official word on seedling or sproutling? I tend to use the terms interchangeable at this stage. Usually I would say seedling until they become a little bit taller and bigger and they get their first kind of mature plant leaves in. That's kind of when I usually stop calling them seedlings and start usually calling them sproutlings. Or maybe at that point I'm supposed to call them plants. Not entirely sure. The root is pointing up, trying to, oops, oh shoot. I was going to say I'm trying to push it down, but instead I accidentally grabbed it and pulled the whole thing back out. So it's a very delicate task. I usually try to take my time the best I can, push it down as far in as I can get it. The plant's going to know which way is up and which way is down in terms of the sun exposure, so I'm hoping that it will turn out okay. As you can see, it's got a bad kink in its neck, so I don't know what's going to happen. In this case, this is tomato, so I planted it about as deep as I could get it without really trying to do much harm to the plant. So it will sprout roots on its stem, so it should be just fine with what I've done with it. Oh, here's a good one here. Sorry, I'm off camera. Yeah, that helps. Alright, so I was just looking at this one here. It seems to be doing pretty good. The root's not connected to the paper towel, so I don't have to worry about damaging it by taking it off. It looks like it does have a crink in its neck there. It's actually kind of almost double overed on itself. I'm hoping that that's usually the part of the stem that pushes through the soil. So I'm hoping that in this case here, the kink in his neck will go away. Maybe I've just made the worst decision ever on who I'm going to plant. But we'll go with this one. We'll stick him right there. Just kind of trying to get him as close to there. I figure if I can try to put some soil right around where the little guy is there. Maybe then we can do all right. I do try to push down just ever so slightly. The more you compact that, it's not necessarily the better. So I don't know how else to say that other than you gotta be very careful. If you push too hard, you crush the stem. You push too hard, you do all kinds of things. But then I found if you don't tap it down a little bit when you add the water, everything just kind of gets washed out, and this little stem and everything kind of goes away. So I'm going to end this video here for now, and we will come back. I will select a seedling here and stick it in the rockwool over here. So I'll catch you guys later.